Riders in this motherfucker. The holidays? Shit. That means 12 days of fuck you. Riders for life.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to day 6 of 12 Days of Christmas horror reviews created by Horrific Nightmares JM. Also doing this channel is McKnight696. I think. Please tell me that's the right numbers. My good buddy Jason from Horrific Nightmares, Horror Fan 34, and big shout out to Mr. Dave Maggot. I hope you feel better soon, bro. I really do. You know I love you, Dave. If you need it, I got a big hug for you right here, even when you're sick. So today I am doing the 2011 film Red Riding Hood. This is a film that is directed by Catherine Hardwicke, who, yes, directed the Twilight series. Funny thing about that, I can't stand the Twilight series. The critics loved it. The critics hated this movie. I loved it. This stars Amanda Seyfried as our main character, Valerie, also known as Little Red Riding Hood, or Red Riding Hood. And it stars Gary Oldman as Father Solomon, a witch and vampire and werewolf hunter, just basically a hunter of any kind of mythical creature. This is actually my third time filming this review, guys. I deleted the first one, completely edited and completely finished by accident. The second time, my camera battery died on me and it completely took away everything that I had just done, even though I had just finished recording. And so this is try number 3. But you know what they say, the third time is the charm. Our story is that a wolf has been terrorizing a village in somewhere around the 12th to 14th century for a couple decades. Young Valerie finds out that she has a very unique connection with the creature, and the wolf turns out to be a werewolf. Man by day, beast by night. Come and play, unless it gives you a fright. No, that's not from the movie. I just made that up. So, guys, believe it or not, this is a movie that I really enjoyed. My wife and I bought this movie a few years back, and I've watched it a few times since then, and I really enjoy it. It's a good, fun film. It is rated PG-13. For the second review in this series, breaks my rule about rated PG-13 horror films. This movie is considered a fantasy horror, and I think it leans a little more towards fantasy than it does horror, in my opinion. But it is a good, fun film that I really, really enjoy. Getting into my cons. First con is all the men in this film are just way too pretty. And what I mean by that, it's not just the young actors either, even some of the older actors. They don't look like people that would be in the 12th to 14th century. A lot of them, especially the younger guys, look like young millennials dropped right out of a, shampoo ad right into the middle of this movie. And I just don't feel that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that at all. Now, all the girls, honestly, are very good looking in this film, including the older women are even good looking in this film. The mother, Valerie's mother, is beautiful. Even the grandmother is very beautiful. But I can let that one pass. You know what I'm saying? Also with the male actors, at least the main male actor, the main young male actor, I should say, the guy who plays Valerie's love interest, it's something Fernandez, I can't remember his name. I guess there was an issue where Amanda Seyfried did not like him. They had met prior to filming this at a Christmas party or a party or something like that. And they didn't like each other. Something happened at that thing and she did not like him at all. And so you can kind of tell when they're supposed to be being real lovey and all, that there is just a bit of tension there. You can kind of see it now. She does a great job with it. And she's a great actress in this role, and I think she did a really good job in the role. But you can just kind of feel that their chemistry is a little bit off. My next con is the design concept of the werewolf. Not the finished product. The finished product looks really good for what it is. However, I really wish this would have been a more traditional walking on hind legs, half-man werewolf. The werewolf in this film looks just like a bigger black wolf. It looks really good and it's done really well. Wish it would have been that different, more traditional werewolf type creature. Starting with my pros, we have the look and cinematography of this film. I love it. It looks beautiful. It looks great. Every shot is perfectly shot. And I almost think that the cinematographer must have been a photographer as well, because every shot looks so beautiful. It looks like it just came right out of a nature catalog or a nature magazine. Or, at the beginning there's these huge sweeping camera shots of, from like helicopter camera shots of the forest and the snow and castles, and it all looks so good. The set designs are all amazing. The village looks great. All the houses look great. Grandmother's house looks so cool. Everything about the production of this film looks amazing. Next big pro is Amanda Seyfried and Gary Oldman, our two basically main characters in this film. Are just absolutely amazing. Such great actors. And as far as Gary Oldman's concerned, is there anything he's not good in? Everything he's in, he's good in. Even if it's a bad movie, he is good in. My next pro is the story. I love the story of this. I think it's a great interpretation of a classic fairy tale, done very well, done a little bit differently, and I really enjoy it. I love the way the lines in the movie harken back to that original fairy tale, and they do the different lines and the different things. Here comes that fucking heater. I wish it would just turn off for like 10 minutes, but then it'd get cold in here. My next big pro is that there are great Easter eggs for other fairy tales. Like Valerie's love interest, his name is Peter, as in Peter and the Wolf. At the end of the movie, one of the werewolves is dead, and they sew rocks up into his stomach and drop him in the lake, also like in one of the fairy tales. There is a reference to the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. There is references to just different fairy tales, and I love every single bit of it. The last pro in this movie is that there is great violence and gore in it for a PG-13 film. Now, it's not overly gory. It's not even rated R gory. But it is done, what gore there is done so well. And it's really not gore, but like, okay, Gary Oldman's character gets his arm cut off at one point, and it looks really good, and it's a bit bloody, and it's not over the top bloody. It's tastefully understated, but it's just done extremely well, and for this particular movie, I think it suits it. It's a very good movie, very good effects, practical effects, good violence, good blood, not bad for a PG-13 film. Now, if this movie would have been rated R, just like I said with Krampus, it could easily have been an absolute bloodbath. This movie would have worked great as an absolute bloodbath. And it would have worked with this film if they wanted to go more into the horror parts. But, aiming for that bigger audience, I get it. I don't particularly like it, but I get it. But, like I said, I still love this movie a lot. I thought it was really good. And it's a movie that I see a lot of hate for, and I don't understand why. Maybe people just don't like it because of the director of Twilight. And if you haven't seen this movie because of that, please give this movie a chance. You might like it, you might not, but at least give it a chance. Anyways, guys, that is it for day number 6 of the Horrific Nightmares JM 12 Days of Christmas Horror Challenge. Once again, big shout outs, Horrific Nightmare JM, HorrorFan34, McKnight696, and Mr. Dave Maggot. Once again, brother, I hope you feel better. In the meantime, this is Bronco Juggalo saying I will see you tomorrow with day 7, where I have a really cool review coming your way. A little different than you might think. Anyways, this is Bronco Juggalo saying peace.
Riders in this motherfucker. The holidays? Shit. That means 12